That same energy that you put into the coaches from youth, middle school, and even now in high school, you put that same energy into talking to these coaches, asking the necessary questions that you need answered to help you with your recruiting process. So guess what? We're going to get into it. We're going to go through a list of questions that could best suit you or best help you with making that final decision, having all of your I's and T's dotted and crossed. Guys, if you don't ask questions, you have no answers. You have no answers, you make a decision that's not beneficial for you in the long run. Welcome back to Tomorrow's Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. I know many of you are sitting back, reaching out to coaches, trying to get answers to questions that's going to better help your situation with everything that's going on around the country right now. As far as in some states, all sports have been canceled. I'm going to give you some questions that's going to best help you. You got to understand, guys, you have to ask the questions. I mean, it's easy. Matter of fact, I got another scenario for you. How many of you young men, young women out there, you see someone that you like, you just step to them and say, hey, how you doing? My name is so-and-so. Same conversation goes with the coach. It's just, hey, coach, my name is so-and-so. I like to sit down and have a quick conversation with you. I like to ask a couple of questions if you have a few minutes. Easy, right? So let's get into it. Let's go ahead and position ourselves so we can get the results that we need, so that we can have a great time through our recruiting process. And while we're having a good time, we're getting questions answered, we're able to sit down and make a solid decision. Guys, I hope you have pen and paper out so that you can write these down, because you want to make sure that whenever you go visit a coach, you want to be prepared. Guys, let's get into these questions, okay? Here's a question you may want to ask. What are the team plans? Many of you feel that you should be at a Power 5 school where you're able to showcase your talents on Saturday mornings and evenings on television. So if this college or university doesn't fit into that scheme of things or what you're looking to do, guys, you need to, like I said, be aware of that before you sit down and ask coach that question. And also, that question is a twofold because of the fact that many times a lot of colleges and universities, they're trying to rebuild their programs. So if they're looking to rebuild their program and you want to be part of the rebuild, then that may be a good fit for you. Sometimes, rebuilding is just not something many of you may want to do. So you have to make that decision accordingly. The next question, what position do you see me playing here at this college or university? And from there, guys, you would sit back and listen to what coach has to say. And I'm sure they're gonna give you different scenarios of how you would fit into the scheme of things so that you get a better understanding of what's going on. If you really want to get an in-depth conversation with coach, if you already understand the type of scheme that they're running, then you can go ahead and place yourself in that scheme and ask coach to throw different scenarios at you, just so you can show him, the type of sport, the type of IQ that you have when it comes to playing that particular sport that you guys are sitting down having a conversation about. Next question, coach, can I schedule an unofficial visit? This question, I believe, once you get an answer back from coach is going to pretty much let you know if you're on their radar. I don't think many coaches will say no to that question, but a lot of times, if you're not someone that they're really looking at, they may or may not, respond accordingly. Because again, if you don't fit into their scheme of things, then guys, they may pass on saying, hey, come on out, let's visit. Not saying that they won't tell you come on, and I'm not sitting here telling you that they will, but that is a question that you would need to ask to get a definitive answer for yourself. Next question, coach, how competitive is the recruiting class that's coming in with me the year that I graduate? That's a great question as well, guys, because that way you find out the type of players that they're bringing into the program, because you got to understand, your second year of college, all of the seniors, all of the sophomores that are there should be gone by the time you become a junior in college. That way, that team is now your team. Not saying that you're the captain of the team, but now I'm saying that team is now your team, meaning all of those that came in that class with you, that recruiting class with you, all of you guys are now have hit that apex where now you can go ahead and get out there and really compete and do the things that you want to do. Because you got to understand, over time, I'm sure they're going to insert you guys into the scheme of things so that you're able to compete and do all of the necessary things that's going to make that program, that's going to have that program competing at a high level. Coach, what are the academic requirements for this college or university? Guys, you truly want to make sure that you're not a great recruit for that program, but you don't have the grades or the test scores to get into that program. You can go to any college or university that you wish. The question is, are you going to have a direct path, or are you going to have to take a path that's going to have a couple of turns, a couple of bumps in the road before you get to where you're trying to go? That is why you want to ask that question, because again, guys, like I said before, you want to make sure you have those transcripts. You want to make sure you understand your core GPA so that you don't run into this problem. Another great question is, what is there to do off campus? You want to make sure that your off-campus life is going to be, there's going to be things for you to do off campus. A lot of times, student athletes go to colleges and universities in areas where there's not much to do outside of being on campus. And they become a little bored. Sometimes, it causes a conflict where they want to go somewhere else where they can have a little bit more fun. Everybody wants to have fun. We're just going to call it what it is. They want to have a little bit more fun and be able to really enjoy the college experience that they're looking to have. Coach, next question. Coach, will I be living on campus or off campus? If I'm living on campus, what's the meal plan like? Okay, guys, a lot of you, I believe in some instances, the freshmen, at some colleges and universities, freshmen live off campus as well as upperclassmen. They have apartments set up for a lot of the student athletes. So it depends on the college or university you go to. If by chance they don't have that available for you, then you want to go and check out what the on-campus living is like, as well as check out that meal plan. Like I said, guys, if you're one of those type of folks that love to eat, like I said, coach like to eat too. You want to make sure that, that meal plan is food that you're going to want to eat. Because like I said, many of you, you're accustomed to mom and dad cooking you those great meals every day. And you may go to a college or university where they may not cook things that you like. I know there's a lot of you guys out there nowadays that are picky eaters. Yes, sir, picky eaters. And guess what? When I was a kid, my mom used to always tell me, if you're a picky eater, if you're not going to eat this, then you won't eat. That was her favorite line all the time. And she didn't cook nothing else. Nowadays, you guys coming in, oh, Mom, I don't like this. Okay, Mom, go ahead, cook something else. Man, please. Not my mama's house. It didn't work that way. But yeah, you want to make sure that meal plan is something that you're going to want, something that you're going to want to eat, something that you would eat on a daily. If not, then you have to look at mom and dad sending you additional money for you to buy food off campus every day. Especially you're going to want to buy your snacks. This is the last question right here. I know many of you are going to sit here and be like, yeah, coach, why didn't you ask this question first? Coach, as a freshman, will I have an opportunity to get out on the field and play? And that's a great question, because I know many of you feel that you're ready now. Like I said, it just depends on the college or university that you go to. And like I said, you have to sit down with the coaches and ask these questions to see exactly where you fit at within their program. Again, guys, if you've already looked at the depth chart to see exactly how the flow is going with student athletes at whichever position that you're going to play, and based on all of the other questions that you've asked previously, this one should be a no-brainer whether or not you will have time on the field your freshman year. That's one reason why I left this question last, because that question, all of the other questions are the lead up to that one, so that you get an understanding of what's going on. But you can place all of these questions in whichever order you wish. Guys, I just wanted to make sure that I shared some information with you so that you're able to get out here and position yourselves accordingly. Because If you don't ask questions, you don't know what's going on, which leaves you in the dark. We don't want to be in the dark. We want to make precise decisions that's going to help us get to where we're trying to go. Again, guys, if you like the content, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Also, follow us on social media. The descriptions is listed below. If you guys are having issues with your recruiting process, please reach out to me on social media. Let's get to working, guys. Let's get to working. Time waits for no man. Understand that. Be that one. Be that one and lead.